little fox.
Monster Academy, The Mystery of the Crashing Brooms. Chapter 8, Mayor Hubbletree.
Maybe I should confess,
thought Ben in a panic. Maybe if he told Mr. Freaky the truth, the principal could find a way to get Mayor Hubbletree to change his mind about the school. But Ben wasn't sure. He was new at Monster Academy and still learning how things worked there. Maybe he'd just better stay quiet for now. At lunch that day, Ben wanted to be alone to think. He found a table with 2 zombies and sat down. While the zombies stared and drooled silently on their food, Ben thought about his situation. Nearby, he heard Winnie talking.
I can't believe Mayor Hubbletree is going to destroy Monster Academy,
she said.
What's going to happen to us? Where will we go to school?
Believe it!
A mummy replied.
And just wait until he finds the ghost who scared his son. That ghost is going to be in big trouble.
Ben looked over at Winnie. To his surprise, she smiled at him. Ordinarily, Ben would have been thrilled, but today he had too much on his mind.
I have to find Mog,
he thought. Once he talked to Mog, Ben could make a plan, figure out what to do. But Ben didn't have a chance to talk with Mog until the next morning in cooking class. Mrs. Hagg assigned the 2 of them to make a rotten egg omelet together.
Mog!
Ben growled as soon as they were alone at their cooking station.
You got me into trouble!
It wasn't my fault,
said Mog. He cracked a rotten egg into a bowl.
What do you mean it wasn't your fault?
Ben glared at the big monster.
I know you knocked over those garbage cans. You made a big loud sound just to get me in trouble. And you're probably the one who's flying the brooms.
Monsters, quiet!
Snapped Mrs. Hagg.
You're supposed to be cooking, not talking.
Ben lowered his voice.
You knew the big house with the tower was the mayor's mansion. I'll bet you never saw any witches' brooms on the roof. You just wanted to get me into trouble because Winnie is nice to me.
Mog's shoulders slumped.
Okay,
he said.
You're right. I made the whole thing up to get you in trouble. The brooms were never on the roof. I knocked over the garbage cans, but I just wanted you to get in a little bit of trouble. I didn't know the whole thing would turn into such a big deal.
Ben noticed Winnie glancing over at Mog as the monster spoke.
Well, it is a big deal,
Ben whispered furiously.
What's going to happen once they find out it was me who entered People Place? That was your plan, so you better help me find a way to fix the problem it caused.
Mog nodded slowly.
You're right, Ben,
he said.
I'm really sorry, but I'm not the one who's taking the brooms, I swear.
Ben nodded. For the first time, Mog actually seemed sincere. He was pretty sure Mog was telling the truth.
Meet me outside after school, by the flagpole,
Mog said.
We'll come up with a plan together.
After school, Ben hurried outside. He was shocked by what he saw. Several large construction vehicles sat in front of the school. A big bulldozer rumbled loudly, puffing smoke. In front of the vehicles stood a man dressed in a dark suit. A few other people stood behind him.
That must be Mayor Hubbletree,
thought Ben. Mr. Freaky ran out of the school, waving his arms frantically.
Mayor Hubbletree!
Cried the principal.
What are you doing?
I told you yesterday, Freaky,
said the mayor.
I'm knocking this place to the ground.
I didn't know you meant so soon,
said Mr. Freaky.
We need time to move our things out.
The ghost who scared my little boy should have thought of that.
Mayor Hubbletree shot back.
Mayor, please!
Said Mr. Freaky.
Over 200 monsters attend Monster Academy. Where will they go to school? Can't you at least wait until next week?
Mr. Freaky's lip began to tremble. Ben thought the principal was about to cry. The mayor sighed.
Oh, all right. I'll give you one more day, but that's all.
Ben found Mog and rushed over to him.
Did you hear that?
Asked Ben.
We only have one day. You need to think of an idea fast.
Mog shook his head.
I can't think fast.
Ben was about to say something, but Mog put up a claw.
I can think slowly, though.
He said.
And I have an idea.
What is it?
Asked Ben.
We should sneak back into People Place.
Said Mog.
What?
Cried Ben.
Sneak back into People Place? That's your big idea?
재미가 쏠쏠, 영어가 술술. 리틀팍스.